Hey guys, it's Melanie. Welcome back, or welcome if you are new. I hope you are having a fantastic day. In this video, I want to take you guys through another in-depth candle review, and the fragrance that we are discussing is SNIF Winter Wander. I recently ordered this from directly from the SNIF website. I will have it linked in the description box down below. I actually also saw that this candle was available at Amazon, of all places. I think that SNIF might have an Amazon store, but I did not find this candle over on the Ulta website. So I think this is a little bit more of a SNIF exclusive, if you will. The other two candles that I picked up when I placed my order are actually available at Ulta. I'll be reviewing those two Valentine's candles here on my channel tomorrow. So if you're interested in my thoughts on those two fragrances, make sure that you're subscribed, and that should pop up in your subscription feed here tomorrow. But anyway, you guys, let's dig into the Winter Wander fragrance. I will tell you right now, this is not going to be the most positive review in terms of the fragrance itself. I will be completely forthcoming and just let you know that had I actually smelled this scent in person first, I would have never bought it. This is just not at all what I was expecting, and I'm really kind of struggling trying to enjoy it. I might be passing this one along to someone else after I'm done with the review, but I did want to burn it at least until the halfway point and formally review it for you guys, because I figure I might as well have spent the money on it. So let's go ahead and dig into the fragrance here. Obviously, I'm going to read through the fragrance notes. There is a little fragrance story that goes along with this, so we'll read through that as well. I will also discuss the strength and the throw, and then address any burn issues that have come up during the first half of the candle here. First of all, if you are not familiar with SNIF, they actually, not only do they do candles, their main bread and butter, if you will, is actually their perfumes. They're not actually eau de parfums, I guess I should clarify. They're eau de toilettes. But they really do perform like eau de parfums do on my skin. So fell in love with their perfumes first, and then was like, oh, they have candles too. Great, let's dig in. So these candles are made with premium soy wax, and if you have been following my channel for a while, you know that my personal preference when it comes to the wax that I burn in my house, I really do prefer soy and coconut and even apricot wax. I find that the softer waxes just have a little bit of a cleaner burn to them. So big fan of this particular soy formulation here. I have found this to have a very clean burn. They do use 100% cotton fiber wicks. The company is not only cruelty-free, but they are also a vegan brand. They are paraben, phthalate, and preservative free, and they use high quality fragrance oils. So this particular size here is actually the 8-ounce size. This comes in a 6, 8.5 ounce size, as well as a 50-ounce size. The 6-ounce candles burn for 35 plus hours. The 8.5 ounce candles burn for 50 plus hours. And then the big 50-ounce candles are going to burn for 200 hours or more. I have burned one of their 50-ounce candles. It was their Creme Couture. I actually just recently finished it, and it was perfection, you guys. One, it's a great fragrance, but two, I found the overall burn to be really clean, just beautiful. I want more. I want more of their fragrances in their big 4-wick sizes. I love a big Mama Jama candle. So anyway, that's just a little bit about the brand here. So let's read through their fragrance blurb here and then go through these notes. All right, say bon voyage to boring vanilla and join us for a dreamy, snow-covered holiday with a cozy blend of brown sugar, tonka bean, frosted fir, and Siberian pine. This elevated candle this elevated candle turns the chilliest season into a first-class experience. So the key notes here are vanilla, brown sugar, forest pepper, mistletoe, frosted fir, Siberian pine, and tonka bean. All right, so what am I smelling here? First of all, I get so much brown sugar, and you know what? It's a little too much molasses for me. I gotta say, this is intensely like sweet brown sugar, and that is almost the bulk of what I smell here, to be totally honest. It's a lot of brown sugar, and it is a healthy dose of tonka bean. Those are honestly the first two notes that hit me. The tonka it's kind of a borderline earthy tonka bean. To me, oftentimes tonka comes off smelling like a slightly earthy version of vanilla, or just a slightly deeper vanilla, maybe without sweetness. So yeah, we've got a healthy dose of that tonka bean in here, except we're getting an insane amount of sweetness from that brown sugar. I really wish that I could smell the frosted fir in here. I wish that I could smell that Siberian pine. What I was expecting from this fragrance, quite honestly, was to have it be not a dupe, but kind of a version of the vanilla balsam, where we have that holiday tree note, which we have here obviously with the fir, the pine, the mistletoe. Sounds, you know, kind of Christmassy, right? So I thought I was getting a tree scent with some vanilla, but like maybe a different type of sweetness in the vanilla. I didn't think that brown sugar would take over the fragrance the way that it has, but it is like, it's cloying, you guys. This fragrance, when I have this lit for more than like a couple of hours, when I walk into the room, I almost kind of want to gag. Now, the size that I have here, by the way, is the 8-ounce size. There's only one wick in this one. Interestingly enough, the 8.5-ounce sizes in the Valentine's fragrances that I picked up, those have 2 wicks. I'll address the burn with this 1 wick here towards the end. It hasn't been a major problem, but I do think I think they should have put a 2nd wick in this one. I'm kind of actually wondering why they didn't. So, but back to the fragrance itself. Listen, this, I don't know, it's too sweet. There's no frosted fir in here. There is no Siberian pine in here. I don't even smell the mistletoe. The pepper, I mean, there is an interesting kind of bite, like at kind of the base of this fragrance, that I guess could be that pepper note, where you've just got that interesting little like zing of spice, if you will. I don't think it really makes sense in this fragrance. I don't like this scent. And again, had I smelled this in person, I would have never bought it. So here would be my advice to those of you that are kind of maybe going back and forth on this one. You need to be really honest with yourself about how much you think you're going to enjoy that brown sugar note, because I'm telling you that molasses in here is insanely intense, and it really makes this one lean borderline cloying to my nose, if not just outright cloying. So the fragrance itself, I'm gonna give 2 thumbs down. If I had more thumbs, I would use them, but I only have 2. So clearly I don't like this fragrance. Definitely not the best money that I've ever spent, but you live, you learn. Listen, when you are blind buying fragrances, you're taking a chance. So, you know, it's gonna happen every now and then. I'm not mad about it. I'm just disappointed. So, strength and throw. Listen, if you think you are going to like this fragrance, this is potent. The strength of this 1 wick 8-ounce candle is a solid 7, you guys. This is very strong. So if you want a strong 1 wick candle, I'm gonna say give this one a try, as long as you're good with that brown sugar again. The throw, I think it's also pretty potent in terms of the throw. So I have mostly been burning this upstairs in our master bedroom, kind of moving it around a little bit upstairs. I also put it in our master bath. Honestly, it was so overwhelming in the master bathroom that I had to move it to the bedroom, which is obviously a little bit of a bigger space, so it dispersed the fragrance a little bit more. But then when I had the doorway into our master bedroom open, it just spilled out and almost filled the entire upstairs. You guys, the throw, I mean, it really, I would say, is a good solid 7 as well. This is potent. It's going to fill your space with just this one wick. I'm telling you, you've got the potency here. All right, let's discuss any burn issues. First of all, I love the jar. It does come with a lid. Lid is off to the side here. It's just a plastic kind of cheap lid, but I mean, it's fine. Listen, I'm just glad it has a lid. The glass has kind of a ribbed design to it. I think it's very elegant. I love the color of the wax. It's a really, really pale, like beigey pink. Beautiful. Like I said, one wick. I'm going to give you guys the overhead shot. My wick is slightly off center, but the whole candle has been going down without any interference from me. So even though you see one side that's just kind of not completely melted yet, that does eventually melt and go down with the rest of the wax. So let me give you the overhead shot. The wicks do form mushroom tops. You do have to trim these wicks prior to each burn. And as you are burning, there are some carbon balls that will fall into your wax. You'll see mine in the bottom here from this last burn. I try to fish those out if I remember to do so. But you can see here, so this candle, for example, has been lit now for a full hour. But you can see that this little edge over here is kind of struggling to still pull out. It will eventually pull out completely and that wax will move down. But each time that I have lit the candle, it has done this. And I think it is because, as you can see, the wick is just ever so slightly off center here. It's not drastic. And honestly, if they would have put the 2 wicks in here, which they do have on the other candles that I'll be reviewing, they're the same size as this, by the way. They're both 8.5 ounce sizes, but the 2 wicks really make the difference here. I have no idea why only one was added to this, but that's what we have, so that's what we're working with. But yeah, you guys, no discoloration, no sooting, clean, beautiful soy burn. It's gorgeous. So no complaints about the burn, just complaints about the fragrance itself, but that's more of a me thing. Listen, if you think that you would enjoy these particular fragrance notes, I definitely encourage you to check this one out. Again, I'll have it linked down below. For what it's worth, I just didn't like the fragrance, but the burn has been just fine. So anyway, let me know if you have any questions about the Winter Wander fragrance from Sniff. It is sold out, I believe, in the 6 ounce size. So if you do want to try it, you will have to try it in the either 8.5 ounce size or the 50 ounce size. By the way, the 8.5 ounce size, which is what I have here, that retails for $49. These are not inexpensive candles, but the quality does make them worth it. Obviously, you're gonna have to decide that yourself. But to me, the overall performance of this is worth that price point, just so you know kind of where I stand. But I completely understand that this price point is going to kind of preclude a lot of people probably wanting to try this brand. But if you're into trying them, I really do think they have wonderful quality. The 50 ounce size, by the way, is $137. So if you think you're gonna like it, go for that. But I probably suggest starting out with the smaller size. So I'm kind of in the minority, by the way, when it comes to this fragrance. Everybody else seems to really like it. It just was not up my alley. So for what it's worth, those are my thoughts on Winter Wander. Stay tuned for tomorrow. I will be having another in-depth candle review day here on my channel. I have several more candles that are ready to go. So yeah, and then also Thursday Thursday, I have a candle haul from a company that I have not purchased from in years. And I'm very curious to see if they've turned things around. We'll see. All right, thanks for being here, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.